disrupts the intro. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Alpha Trading here. Tuesday morning live stream, or should we say Blues Day? Expect the unexpected, people. Always. When you trade volatility, you always expect the unexpected. Why? Because it's a random market. It's in trend about 20% of the time these days. Used to be less than that. Used to be about 10% since this institutional adoption came into crypto. Turned all the markets into shitcoin central, apparently. Look at some of these stock charts. Wow. Look like some of the, it looks like a shitcoin that's ranked 2000 on CME or whatever the hell. Coin market cap. Pretty crazy.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah.
Boom. There's the chart. Transitioned right into the chart. Okay. So what are we looking at today, folks? Well, you can see BTC's daily open, right? Had a little late.
Can you share your chart? Can you share your chart, please? Share your chart? Can you please share your chart in the Discord?
Do you hear this guy? Do you hear this guy, folks? He said shart.
I'm demanding.
He says shart.
I'm very demanding. There you go. Thank you.
So anyway, let's check this out. There's some good stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. What do we do here at Alpha Trading? We trade the VEPS, volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics. Last 4-hour candle before the daily close yesterday for Bitcoin had a rejection. Where did we have a rejection off of? Let's check it out. This is the tight weekly range right here. Got to the top side of the weekly range, rejected. That last 4-hour candle. First thing you need to realize is we ran a third standard deviation move to the downside. Wicked right to the 3SD on that 4-hour candle. Pulled back up. Closed up by the, what was that? First standard deviation on the daily is the blue cross line. We open up the new day, bounce from the 68.3 Laplace distribution range right to the top side of the daily 68.3 Laplace distribution range, immediate sell-off. Immediate sell-off. Where did it find support at? You see this tight weekly range? These green dots, that's a first support level for the weekly. Second support level for the weekly, right down here. Got to wick right into that liquidity zone. Okay, pumped from there. Heading back down right now. We'll see what happens, because this is the did we do a 3SD move? Hold on for a second, folks. On the daily, we did. So not only was this a second support level for the weekly volatility range, we also did a 3 standard deviation move within the distribution. So let's go over here. Put this on a daily real quick. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now we're on SPY hunt, and SPY is up pre-market. All right, SPY's up pre-market. Don't believe this little dump here on Bitcoin. Be real careful, folks. Let me see here. Boom. Okay, the daily. Wow. Yes, sir. So, what are we looking at here? This is the alpha trading reverse mean of log returns. Okay, powerful indicator. I've also got a power mean running through here, the solid line. Let's take a peek. So where was that 3SD move? Here's the daily candle. See that little blue dot right there? Boom. That was the 3SD move. This pink dot, 99.7 Laplace. First, let's talk about the distributions, Laplace and normal distribution. They're all going to have probability percentage levels. The first probability percentage level, 68.3. Now I'm going through the main ones we use. There's all kinds of coin flip probabilities. When you get that deep down the distribution rabbit hole, you're going to see some real cool things. One of our longest members, great guy, Crypto Warlord, loves to use them all. You look at his charts, you'll see these probability levels get hit all the time. So the 3 main levels we use, 68.3%, 95.4%, 99.7%. So normal and Laplace distribution are going to have these levels, but there's only standard deviations in normal distribution. Laplace distribution just has probability levels. All right, let's get that straight first. So down here was the 99.7 Laplace, where here's the 99.7 in the third standard deviation normal distribution. Why is that? Right? Well, because Laplace distribution is a lot tighter in the first standard deviation, or in the first probability level, and a lot wider on the third. So that's why you see this. But anyway, also what happened? Talked about this yesterday about mean reversion. Right? Now I was talking about the a little bit under 20K. This is the 33 power mean. Drop below it. Got a wick below the reverse mean. Right now we're pulled up right above it. Right before these traditional markets. Right? Going to open in 25 minutes. When you get out here to this third standard deviation, right now there's a 95.4% probability that we get up inside. Let's see here. Where are you, my little friend? There we go. Boom. That we get up inside about 19,864. A 68.3% chance we get back up inside 20.187. So that's how these probabilities work. Get rid of my 4-paw here. All right. Got rid of 2 of the 3 dogs. Let's see here. So yeah, good daily move. Talked about it yesterday. What else was going on? Here's BTC on the daily. Talked about the bear div. Right? Talked about the bear div. Here's something you need to look at. When you're using all of our indicators, we use correlation to price action. Right? We're building indicators based on returns and the distribution, statistics, right? Probabilities. Look at the correlation. Look at the candles behind this returns oscillator bear div move. The correlation just kept growing and growing and growing, and we get the spill out, right? There we are. Big daily candle. Big percentage move, right? Down 4.5% pretty much. Down almost $1,000, which we know in Bitcoin can do that in a 5-minute candle. Bitcoin can do that in a 1-minute candle. Let's not lie here. Having an outlier on the variance, right, on the daily. Of course you are. Look, the outlier when this variance started rising, we had an outlier to the top side. Nice big daily candle. Then, right, this second candle at the top, right, we start coming down negatively correlated, kind of floated around a little bit, and then when the variance turned back up with the outlier, dump. And it was coming off the bear div. All the fissures were turning down. There was bear div on the DLP, our deviation log pro. Let's see here. We got expanding volatility on the daily to 100% negatively correlated as price action was going back into randomness. There's a method to this madness you're looking at here. It's called VEPS. It's called the VEPS. Let's see. Let's go back over here real quick. You know what I want to do? Since we just gave that quick little rundown on BTC, hopefully that wasn't too quick for everybody. Sometimes I get on a roll and speak a little fast. That's okay. Okay, so SPY's up 381.5 pre-market. Yesterday, this is what was going on. Here we've got a wick right to the center of the new weekly range, right? We were talking about this. Going sideways. Finally close a 15-minute candle above the center of the weekly. Immediately runs up to where? Top side of the monthly range. This red cross line. Got stifled right there. Closed in between the top of the monthly and top of the weekly. My opinion, it's bullish. It's pre-market agreeing? Yes. Up a couple points. Let's take a peek here. Now, let's pop my regular chart on SPY real quick. Let's take a peek here. How this daily closed yesterday. Daily closed with a lot of hidden bull div, right? And you can see now, with that daily close, returns oscillator is above the zero mean. Don't particularly like the variance read. That's okay. We're talking about a higher time frame. Let's see. We do have expanding volatility. Correlation broke. This is an interesting read. This is definitely getting ready to break to the top side and make an extended run up into the positive land. So the thing is, if this correlation breaks to the top side, starts sloping up positively correlated, stays expanded volatility, continues to expand, this price action will continue. If the volatility starts to contract from a 40 percentile though, and it goes positively correlated, the price action is going to walk down. That's how volatility works. So let's see how the 4-hour close. 4 hours closing the variance up, positively correlated. All the fissures are up, setting up hidden bear divergence though. Let's see. Volatility is contracting, negatively correlated. That's one of the big reasons why this is up this morning. Along with that daily close. It's looking good actually. See how the 90-minute close, that last 90-minute candle, the volatility started to expand with that move, sloping up positively correlated. The entropy started to drop in the trend. Got a lot of room to run down here to these deviation levels. This whole time though, look, we're setting up bear div. Bear div on the 90. Bear div on the 90. All the fissures are up though. And there was bull div on the DLP. Bull div on the DLP. Yes, there was actually bull div on a lot of our indicators, all of them. Z-score, returns oscillator, even a little bit on the Fisher. A little bit on the Fisher, definitely on the DLP. Okay. I'm going to jump right to the 33-minute. Yes. It's going to give us a better idea what's happening here. We were starting to trend to the top side. Last 33-minute candle did start sloping down with expanded volatility. But from what I'm looking at right here, I can probably pretty much guarantee you this 2400 length, this contraction right here, boom, it's negatively correlated. Negatively correlated, contracting volatility. That's why this baby's walking up. Probably correlation broke right here when the volatility really started contracting. Let me see. What else can we take a peek at here? Anything sticking out on these low time frames? How'd that last 15-minute candle close? Fishers are pretty high. Price actions random. Excuse me. Volatility. The low length is definitely negatively correlated, sloping down with a little bit of, a little bit of expansion here. You can see this last 15-minute candle almost made a 95 for Laplace run right at the end of the day, then pulled back up. Let me go back over here. Yep, that's this little move right here. So considering it closed above the weekly, right, and now pre-market we're above the monthly. Here's the thing though, where's the daily range? Where's the new price action volatility range going to be? Guys, this is going to be short-lived. Do we really quick do a 1 SD move up here at about 383, pull back to the daily range that's literally going to be down here about 378 area? Because these areas get tested. We talk about it all the time. We talk about it all the time. These price action volatility ranges are very powerful. Very powerful. And people have been able to use this stuff for a long time, but they just haven't recognized what it is, right? They just have not recognized what it is, which is unfortunate. But hey, we're making volatility trading cool again. That's what we're doing at Alpha Trading. Let's see. Yeah, the futures are up a bit. Just seeing if anything's sticking out. Where's oil, man? Is that natural gas still humping? I bet it is. There you are. Yeah, it's up 7%. Yeah, it was up 7%. Making a run. Go down, oil. Yep, oil's dropping a little bit. Metals, yeah, they do what they do. Everybody's getting excited about the metals. I'm not too excited. Not too excited. You talk about heavy bags. No thanks. I'd rather have some digital heavy bags that I don't actually have to carry.
Electronic gold.
Electronic gold. Because if I buy gold or silver, I'm not buying paper gold or silver. You want to know why? You want to know why these markets are so, and I'll say it straight out, gold and silver, why they are so manipulated? I just said it. Paper. Paper. Get your hands on the real stuff, folks. All right? It was easy for me before living in Carson City, Nevada. Like gold and silver everywhere, man. You get as much as you want. Everybody's like, oh, there's a shortage. Well, you're not going to the right place because they got a whole vault of it. You can go in there for as much money as you want and walk out for metal. Let's see here.
Yeah. There's no shortage of that shit.
There's no shortage. That's all bullshit. They're going to tell you, oh, yeah, there's a shortage. It's like, really? Really? It's kind of like Ethereum. There is no cap on supply. They're just going to keep on mining it. It's ridiculous. That's why I don't like gold and silver. That's why I don't like Ethereum.
Right. Well, now Ethereum is POS, or the main network is POS. Right?
Oh, yeah, piece of shit.
Yeah, not mining, though. Not mining.
I know.
Not mining. It's all staking.
It's all staking. Yeah, they're following in whose footsteps? They're following in Cardano and Solana and Polkadot.
Steak and bake.
Steak and bake. Maybe he'll start eating some meat. The crypto skeleton.
Right. Be good for him.
We got to put meat on them bones, man. Need to fuel that brain power, son. Need to fuel the brain power. So we were talking a lot about Dixie. Let's pop over here real quick while the next 15 minutes we're waiting for these markets to open up. All right, here we go. Talked yesterday. All right, I was expecting the first standard deviation move down here. A little bit under 110. Started making the move, right? Started making that move towards it. Opened up the new day. Down right around 110. Pumped right up to where? White cross line, 68.3 Laplace distribution to the top side. That was just above the center of the new daily range. Couldn't close the candle. Couldn't close the candle above the 68.3 Laplace. Recently, got a wick right up to the center of the daily range. Now it's pulling back a little bit. Right? And I was talking to somebody yesterday because a lot of people don't even know what Dixie is or how it operates. Well, it's the strength of the dollar, right? It's a dollar index. The strength of the dollar goes up. Risk assets are going to go down. What's a risk asset right now? Fucking everything. I don't care what you're in. It's all risky, right? There's nothing
Also,
safe
just
out
generally
here.
speaking, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not just your risk assets. When the market goes up, it goes up against the dollar.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
when the market goes down, it goes down against the dollar.
Yeah.
Since most things are traded against the dollar.
Yep. Everything's traded against the dollar. So, yeah, the strength of said dollar, it's pretty important. And like I was telling somebody the other day, all you got to do is look on the monthly chart, look on the weekly chart. Okay. Talk is cheap. Charts show the truth. What are we on here? Let's go to weekly first. Show you the weekly. All right, look. The whole dollar bull run, right? It's just been higher lows, right? Higher lows. The monthly's even more pronounced. And the returns oscillator is below the zero mean. We're hitting the 2 SD band here. Everybody knows I put a lot of weight on the Fishers, man. Look at all the Fishers are down. Entropy, right? The dollar bull run when the entropy was going into trend. This is our prediction model. The prediction model flipped, right? The prediction model flipped when price action was going into total randomness. See the little white? There, it got a little flash here. Total random price action. Then bam, drop into hard trend as this dollar bull run takes off. Now, the reason up here, you see how the entropy turned up a little bit right at the bands? Nice little fake out. Nice little fake out because it turned right back down, trended even deeper, blew the bands out. I have a lot more faith in this turn up from the trend of this dollar bull run. Why? Well, because the bands right here was still pretty high. It takes a strong entropic move to blow these bands out. And then you're going to return to random price action. Then it gives a good base of where these trends are going to flow to, right? So this would have made sense, but when this turned down and started trending again, I like this turn up. So price action is still trending, right? But it is starting to head back up into randomness. You want to see contracting volatility here, though. It's starting to slope into positive correlation. This needs to the correlation line needs to turn pink, showing you the slope is down negative during this expansion, or the correlation just needs to break, right? Correlation will need to break, stay negative during the expansion. Both those are going to move it down. Z-score is high, too. We're talking about a monthly. Z-score is really high on the dollar index. And you got all this long term, the whole freaking bull run here, right? The last, 4 months has it been? Let's go all the way back to the start. Yeah, June. So this dollar bull run from June has been doing nothing but setting up bear div. Does that stuff play out? Now, if you're looking at an RSI, your guess is as good as mine, right? You're trying to find divergence between price and the relative strength of price. It makes zero sense. We use the returns. We want to know when the return on our investment is diminishing. There's only one way to do that, by understanding that price action follows returns. It's the hardest thing for people to grasp, right? Because number one, a lot of people don't even know what the returns are. It's in the language. It's your returns, man. It's your returns. Okay. And so when you get that, when you start building up this long-term time series divergence, it's literally telling you, hey man, hey you dollar bulls, if you have not taken your profit, whatever you're doing, you're late. You're late to the ball, because this thing, if the dollar crashes, it's going to go hard. It's going to go real hard, and you will see risk assets just take off, right? All the indices, Bitcoin, all these cryptos, you're going to see a freak show. We've been talking for a while.
I threw a chart in the chat. There's that Dixie hit the weekly 99.7. If you want to throw that up for fun,
I will.
Pegged it perfect.
So my question here in the Discord, why am I getting like alerts from Alpha Voice? It's like I've got 2 notifications, and where's the stream chat at?
You have to hover over the Alpha Voice.
Yeah.
And you'll see the chat, and then click on the chat.
Where do I see the chat at?
Just hover over Alpha Voice.
Chat.
Alpha Voice, your little chat bubble.
Seriously? How long have we been running this?
I know. That's why I got rid of the chat.
Well, a while, but since yesterday we switched over to this and we got rid of the stream chat channel. so that
It's
it's all.
technology, man. It's technology.
Hey,
Yeah, we're just moving along, bro. We don't have time for the low
so
pokes.
is that the weekly? Okay, let's I'll show you what MJ's doing here. We're gonna take our probability, our projection boss. Sorry, zing. Where are you, little booger? Oh, that's right. I got to first go down to probably a daily. There we go.
So while I was loading this up, let me just mention to anybody who's new watching this on YouTube, we do have a free set of indicators that you can learn how to trade volatility on. Just join the Discord, and you'll see information about how to get the free tools, the tools we make available to you freely. So jump in the Discord. The link's in the description below, or it's even in the top chat area if you're looking at that on the YouTube. Come on in. We're friendly. We'll show you how to teach volatility, probability, and statistics.
Yes.
Good times.
So here's what Mr. MJ was talking about here. Okay, so we got our projection boss from the beginning of this dollar bull run back in May, right? Back in May, Jesus, of 21. May of 21, dollar bull run starts. Okay, boom, get up here to the guy that almost hit 115. You can see immediately fat tail event. If I go over and look on the variance, you're going to see it. You're going to see a statistical outlier. Goes right to the 95.4 Laplace distribution level. Halts price action. Goes sideways. Makes another run at it. Halts price action. Just keeps digging in on it. You can see it. Finally gets up, closes above the 95.4 Laplace, uses that as support, and just starts making a run to where? The 99.7 Laplace distribution range. That is a hell of a move. Hell of a move. So now can this continue? Can this bull run continue after these pullbacks? Sure, it can just come up here and bump its head against the top side of this distribution all at once. But there's literally a 0.03% chance that you're going to get one of these weekly candles closing above here, right? And I like this. We're running this longer projection because it shows that this bull run is at the top of the distribution now. Got to wick through. Didn't like it. No, it's all probabilities, folks. All probabilities. So if it wants to come down and test this top side of the 95.4, we're talking, you're going to see pretty big pullback. Pretty big pullback. Indeed. Right back down to 100.726. All right. So what are we talking? I mean, at least what is that? 5% pullback? Yeah, I think so. Almost 10. Let's see. Anything? Look at the volatility on the weekly. Just crushed. This whole pullback too. There's where the correlation broke. Right when the volatility contracted. Positively correlated. Contracting volatility, you're going to float right on down. This was a big float for the dollar down to the 95.4 Laplace, right? Boom, just running these levels. You can see here too on the weekly. Went up, tested the center of the 68.3, right? The mean of this distribution, wick right to it, pulled back. So 95.4, down here about 109, 99.7 this week. 106, 106.1. Don't be surprised if you see by the end of the week, you see the dollar down here. But like I told somebody yesterday, when you volatility trade and we're talking about the macro environment, look, this is too volatile. It's way too volatile. We can talk about the macro all we want, but in the end, there's a reason. Pound the desk. There's a reason why we trade low time frame volatility. That's where all the good reads are at. That's where we scalp the volatility. Okay, because that's what we do. That's what it's all about. It's not about trying to swing trade volatility. And I got a news flash for you. I don't care what market you're in right now, unless you like watching paint dry and you want to go over to Forex. But lately, there's been some really good moves in Forex, especially with the dollar raging. But there's volatility in all these markets. The big firms, these algos, right? They chase the volatility. People are like, oh no, they're too sophisticated to get into that crappy crypto. I don't care if the volatility's in Beanie Babies, they're going to be trading it. If there's money to be made and a lot of it, they're going to be trading it. Can guarantee that. They haven't spent all this money on these sophisticated algorithms that are running on the distribution, literally running on the VEPS. People wonder why we trade like this. Well, first off, because about 99.9% of you don't trade like this. That's why we do. That's why I use strange time frames, strange lengths, right? So all that being said, it's a jungle out there. Be safe, folks. You got the alpha traders on the other side of your trades with the algorithms. If you're not taking your profit, if you're not limiting your losses, if you're waking up and you're immediately emotionally attached to your trade, look, you're not going to last long, right? If you're emotionally attached to trades, you're going to burn out so fast, it's not even going to be funny. Treat it like a job, right? Treat it like a job. Direction doesn't matter. Being able to look at charts and get a bias of what that direction is going to be for intraday, that's the trick, right? Then you know where to put your risk on. Take your risk off. Just because a move starts and it's going to counter your bias, we're just not sitting back. We're intraday traders. We want as much meat on that bone as we can possibly get. That's just the truth of it. Okay, let me see here. Let me read this chat real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Perfect. Nothing. But yeah, dollar on a hell of a bull run. Top side of the distribution. Big time. And I told the guy yesterday, I was like, dollars on the top side of the distribution, right? If it continues to weaken, you're going to see all these different freaking assets start moving to the top side of their distributions. You're going to see a run, especially if this is a powerful pullback by the dollar and it really weakens. You're going to see, especially Bitcoin, you're going to see the S&P, probably the Dow, all this stuff. It's going to pump for sure. There's no doubt about it. It's just the way it works. Just like Yasha said, everything's trading against the dollar, right? When it weakens, boom. Let's take over the world. All right. Let's throw this up on a monthly. Blow it up. Yep. So there we go. We actually, let me see here on a monthly. Let's pull it all the way back here. Interesting. So you pull it back there, you can see a run up to the 95.4, dropped right back down to the bottom side of the 68.3, and then the run. Boom. Almost hit a 99.7 Laplace on the monthly. That's strong. That's real strong. Let's even go farther back. This little move back in, wow, July of 14. And even in July of 14, ran outside the distribution. Did it pull back in? Sure did. Came back down to the 95.4, even dipped inside of it. Had a lot of trouble, right? Right here, it didn't seem, right? You're just up here hanging above the 95.4 Laplace. The probabilities played out and capped it, right? Got a nice move back. You throw all the coin flips on here, guarantee you, we're looking at something. I'm not going to do it right now, but all these levels are being hit. Here we are, right, on the monthly, back up above the 95.4. Can you run a projection this long? Sure. Especially after this. Pretty powerful. The probabilities won here, didn't they? There was a 4.6% chance that this was going to continue to the top side. Same here, right? There's a 95.4% chance this is back at 104.6 here shortly, but we'll see what happens. Guarantee you these dollar bulls aren't going to go down without a fight. Guarantee it. And there's a lot of fuckery going on, so expect the unexpected all the time. That's why. And when you have these unexpected things happen in a random market, that's why it's a lot easier on low time frames to catch this stuff. You can't swing trade this. You can all you want. Good luck, though. Good luck. Especially if you're out there using leverage. We need to wreck these markets. Stop using leverage, people. My God. You wonder why we get these big swings and all this volatility. Because, man, these markets are freaking so over leveraged, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. Let's see. Yep, just opened up. All right, now let's go over here. Let's check SPY out. And there's that daily range, right where I thought it was going to be, right about 378. Yep, top side though. Top side's up a little higher. The center was right where I was thinking. Top side is right inside the weekly at about 379, a little bit under 380. Probably going to come down and tap this real quick. Now look, so on SPY, above all its macro volatility, overnight Bitcoin just dumped out. Bitcoin is below all of the macro volatility again. But Dixie is below as well. So that's still a good thing. It's a tough road for Dixie. Bitcoin needs to come alive for sure. Because if this thing flips again and we get these assets behind these or down below all these macro volatility ranges and the dollar decides to go on a little run, yeah, these markets will dump out hard. The dollar will make another run. That's why we can talk about the macro all we want. But just, I don't care what you're trading. Good luck, man. These markets are super volatile. Making predictions on the macro, all we can go by is the probabilities. And right now on projections and even current candles, I mean, we're on the top side of that distribution projection. The probabilities are for the dollar to go to the downside. But we've seen some strong bull runs in the past where, wow, it just continues to ride that distribution. But that's the problem. Right? You get up there, then you have a wick, you have this blow off top, and then the whole market just dumps. Dumps hard too, down to the 95.4, back to the 68.3, maybe even full mean reversion. So you're talking about that's when you get these 50%, 60, 75, 80, 90% pullbacks in crypto. It's because of the probabilities. Right? You can only stay on the outside of this distribution for so long. The probabilities, and usually when you're up there riding the top side, let me give you a good example here. Whoops. Let's turn that back on. Oh, I'm on SPY now. No, I was on the dollar index. Let's move this up. Come here, little drag and drop. Boom. All right. Was that the scamdemic? Yep. That was the scamdemic dump. So here's SPY. Here's SPY right here. Not too much going on. It's definitely laying down. Where's the 68.3? 306? Ooh, that'd be one hell of a pullback. I don't really see that happening, but yay. That's why we trade low time frames. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Let me flip this back real quick. Just want to show you something on the monthly. Actually, back to the weekly, because that is better. Much better. Right there. All right. So, like right here, right? The way people use trend lines, right? So you're going to throw a trend line on here and then say if this price action comes back up, breaks above that trend line, which in this case is the 99.7 Laplace, they're going to go long. Guys, you're at the top side of the distribution. This is why we don't buy tops and sell bottoms, because we know where the price action is in the distribution on these bull runs. Yeah, I'm not bullish on the dollar at all right now, to be honest. This thing really, it's too extended. This thing needs a dump out. There's nothing backing it except Apache helicopters and stealth bombers. So that being said, yeah. And I'm an American, but I'm not going to lie to myself. Okay. That's enough of old Scott at Alpha Trader babbling. What you got? Where's old P-Funk? P-Funk in here? He is not. Yasha is, though. Yasha loves to talk about the markets. What you got, Yasha? You busy? Warlord, what you got?
I've got cicadas making a lot of noise.
Nice. I wish I was hearing cicadas. Unfortunately, it is winter.
Yeah, these guys just came out. Nah, I'm sort of just taking a little bit of a break from the market, gonna get back into the books, and obviously have to do an NFT thing. So
Yep.
we'll see how that goes. But what I've generally done is I've sat on VeChain, because VeChain's got like a nice bottoming formation, and if it falls through, it'll be cheap to double up the bag. And then I have AGIX.
Oh, yeah.
Which, yeah, like I think right now I'm in 1%. Obviously, I had something happen to me over the weekend. And
Cool.
yeah, so I'm happy with that. I need to look into its BTC pairing to see that it's not getting wrecked too much, but it usually gets stronger when BTC goes down. We'll see how that plays out. But that's sort of what I've locked in for until like end of the year. And then I will add on through rewards or cash money. I'll go spot long with regards to this dip coming through, if it does reach down. For Solana, $24 sort of looks safe. I've sort of said $22. Obviously, when I went to whatever it was, 36 or 37, it negated that. But now that we're back in those regions, I'm going to sit at that target, which is 10% away from its current low. Who knows? Who knows? FTX, I don't know what FTX's situation is, but I'm pretty much using it as a case study right now, ironically, just because it's a good business plan and something to keep an eye on for when it fucks out, and it fucked out. So it makes for a good case study to see what's happening there. But I reckon Sam is all right. He just needs to add a little bit more utility to FTT, like Binance. So like BNB, you can stake on a platform, and it'll increase your like staking rewards, your interest rate. Whereas now FTT can do the same because they have a shitload of liquidity. So all those coins that they have liquidity and all these people have FTT, then how do I put it? They can buy coins and stake with FTT, and that usually puts in like this little blurry Ponzi floor. I see this because I trade BitTrue and fucking whatever it is. $90 to $20 is small percentage change with regards to the exchange coin that I trade. So I see how this stuff all plays out. What you will look for is if they do move on to the staking idea with regards to offering more coins that you can use FTT to increase your reward, you will see that that coin will have a general floor start to come in, and then FTT coin will start to go up, and then it starts to go very inverse of that. So then as the shitcoin pumps, FTT will get shorted into. So that's their next problem that they're going to have to figure out for maybe alt season, when and if it does come in the coming months. So that's my general observation. Anyway.
Right on, man.
Yeah.
Good one. Hey, can you guys hear me, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Oh yeah, we hear you.
Yeah.
Right on.
Oh yeah.
I just wanted to mention, this is probably around the time that I should mention that we have a holiday sale happening for anybody who's interested on our Pro Trader tools. Check out the Shop Alpha channel. It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday, holiday season sale at Alpha Trading. So check it out. And if you're a newbie, come in, check out our free tools, and then learn how to trade probability, volatility, and statistics. Give yourself some time to do that, and you'll probably still even have time if you start now to take advantage of that sale before the end of the year to if you want to take your trading to the next level. But in the meantime, start with our free stuff. We like to help folks learn this stuff. So there you go. Just figured I'd mention that. End of shill.
The end of shill. Love it.
That's a deal.
It's a hell
Get
of
it.
a deal. Get them while they're hot. But you'll always hear us all saying, look, don't just come in here and just immediately buy our tools. We got free tools for you to get acquainted with volatility trading, right? Because we know how hard this stuff is. Don't just jump right in. That's the thing that separates us from everybody else. There's a lot of people out there on YouTube just want to sell you something. Want to sell you a trading course. Want to sell you a single. It's the master indicator, right? It's going to tell you when to hit the green and red button. And it's $500 a month. Ridiculous. That's not alpha trading.
Yeah, that's come in and get the free stuff. Come in and get the free stuff.
Come get the free stuff.
We're happy for you to learn it for free. Absolutely.
Yes.
And then you can upgrade it if you see that it works for you and you understand it well enough to do the thing. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
This is mostly a mention for the folks who are already in our community, in case you haven't been watching the last few days. Get in the shop channel. Take advantage of the sale. The rest of you, all the new people, just come in and learn. It's free.
Yeah. Yeah. See if
Bitty dumping.
Oh, really?
Did you see
Yeah,
Solana?
watch. See if it goes.
Solana was getting
if it drops another
hammered.
200 bucks,
Dude, Solana.
It got ripped.
It bounced perfectly to the penny on the weekly 95 Laplace. Solana did. Perfect bounce. Let's come back.
It's a mean reversion unless it drops down to 19,000. By the way, it's already in mean reversion.
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, SPY came back. It's testing the top side of this weekly and the top side of the daily. They're both right here. Boom, boom. So some sell pressure on Bitcoin. Interesting. I mean, the strength of the dollar, it's just up a tiny bit. Yeah, this is, let's see, little fuckery.
Well, supposed news out there is the fight between FTX and Binance.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say, what is not the CZS and Sam Friedman battle?
Yeah.
Yeah, couple
You
cents.
can blame that for sure. Someone is for sure going to talk about that.
Right. I'm going to put them both in the hurt locker. Bounce them around. Although CZ might know Kung Fu or something.
Yeah, all the money he's made, he's probably put some lessons too.
SBF, he's just fucking simp for sure.
Where's a good Arthur Hayes character when you need him, man?
Dude, my hero.
Right?
Arthur, I don't give a fuck Hayes.
Like, he did it, bro. He was the person. Yeah, he was the person who had the balls.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. He paid his fine and he walked away. It's Gucci gang.
Now you got these two girls fighting. Give me a break. Give me your break. I'm gonna delist your token, Sam. I don't give a shit, CZ. You can delist my token if you want. Oh boy.
Jared, you want to look at the pro chart, at the volatility starter chart? I guess we could do that at some point.
Who wants to? Sure.
It's Carriot. He suggested that we explain how the AVP works and why it's split into two indicators with the ATPC, basically, to show the correlate.
Oh, I see. Well, I mean, that's the thing. It's like that. That's why we're here. We want people to come into this Discord and get these free tools. Right? That's what we want. And you get to see for yourself. Because I can sit here and talk people to their blue in the face. Yeah, this is kind of no-brainer. On the 15-minute on Bitcoin, this is one of the free indicators. This is a free indicator on TradingView in general. Anybody can get this. You don't even have to request it. Was just hovering below the mean of the bands. Now the bands are starting to expand. No bear div. The bear div or the bull div will build after this. Since we're down here at this, the returns are literally past the third standard deviation band. Now they were pretty tight, but yeah. So you can see expanding volatility. So here's the three lengths: 525 length, 981 length, 2400 length. If you don't know how we do things, you're going to notice immediately, why are those numbers so familiar? Well, they're square roots. They're square roots. And I don't know, everybody that knows me knows I use a certain philosophy when it comes to numbers, right? I was heavily as a young kid, heavily influenced by Nikola Tesla, right? Just looked into everything he did. My grandpa turned me on to. My grandpa was actually building things, like trying to model some things off of Tesla. So I was lucky to have, and both my grandfathers, engineers, incredible people. But so the volatility here, expansion, all negatively correlated. They're all lining up together. When you get all three lengths lined up together, like on a 15-minute chart, and everything's expanding, this is what happens. You get a nice little dump out. For sure, 100%. Let's move up to the 4-hour though and see what's going on. Because this is where, usually it's the lower time frames, all the lengths are going to line up. You're going to get, that's why we trade low time frame volatility. You get up here on these macro time frames, and when I talk macro, guys, I'm talking anything above a 90-minute. right? That's macro to me. A 4 hour, where most people are like, well, I trade low time frames. What time frame do you trade? Well, the 4 hour, the daily. It's like, okay. Well, I don't know what we're going to talk about together. We're not going to see eye to eye on things, but yeah, let's try. So you start getting up here. This is where you start to see things differently. And I'm seeing it already. So check this out. So you got contracting volatility heading up into positive correlation, right? And when you read all of the volatility rules, the 6 different scenarios, you'll see down. That's what that's saying. Here, expanding, negatively correlated. Here, expanding, especially this last candle. But overall, here's where the correlation really broke. Actually, the correlation broke right at the top back here. Had expansion. Let's see here. Contracting. Yeah, it was right about here where it really went down hard. You got this expansion, negatively correlated. And this 4 hour candle right now, you can see the correlation turn back down, sloping to the downside. Volatility quality. Yep. Flipped right up here. Now, are we building any bull div? 4 hour? Yes, we are. Not a lot, but it's starting to build. Starting to build. What's this look like on the daily? Oh boy, that correlation went hard. You can see the expansion, right? Up to 100%. Hard slope, negatively correlated. Expansion, negatively correlated. Expansion, negatively correlated. So are we going to get a dump here? This isn't anything yet, the way this volatility is shaping up. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Chart I didn't look at. One of my favorite time frames, the 33-minute. Yeah, you can see this powerful 33-minute candle, this run right here, deep. I mean, we're talking that thing went about 4 standard deviations, right? And now these are just all higher lows. Even though this recent move is building, you got to take it. You got to look where this returns candle just really blew out these deviation levels. So it's setting up some bull div on the 33. I'm telling you, this is going to be interesting to see if SPY stays above its macro levels, because we're just barely above it. We're barely above the weekly, right? Boom. Here's the top of the monthly. We're kind of sandwiched in between here right now. Something's got to give. This is a powerful spot right here, though, for the algos to kick in. Bottom of the weekly, right around the daily range. And it's right on the center of the weekly, too. That's the center of the daily, the little yellow line. The yellow dots are the center of the weekly. The yellow crosses, center of the monthly. So right now, SPY is above daily, weekly, monthly volatility ranges, which is a good thing. Let's see. Like I said, very volatile market. So be careful out there. Your safest bet, put down the keyboard. If you're having trouble trading volatile markets, there's a reason, because you're probably trying to swing trade it. And if you don't have the correct tools and you're down trying to trade the 1 minute, 3 minute, 6 minute, 9 minute chart, good luck. That's all we got to say. You need to, there's people out there always have to be in a trade. You don't. It's all a feeling thing too. That's P-Funk. He'll tell you all about it. Right? I mean, there's sometimes you need to just, hey, take a break, man. Step back for a second.
Doing nothing is the hardest thing you can do.
Yeah, it is. It is. People want to always be in the trade. It's like, so if you're having trouble, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying good morning.
Mm-hmm.
I just came back from voting. Turns out I wasn't registered.
Oh, geez.
Move on the
So they registered me
Did you
today. It turns
register,
out my name is Jeff Smith. There's 2 other Jeff Smith with my address, so that ended up being a problem.
Oh, right.
It's never easy, man.
It never is.
It's never easy. It's crazy. These SPY. I can't post any charts in here in this Alpha Voice.
You should be
able to copy and post in here.
You should be able to. If not, I'll fix it.
Well, see if you can, because I don't see. I see you guys putting GIFs in here, but I can't.
I put a chart in earlier.
Did you? It won't let me. That's weird. Anyway, I was just pointing like this, but the minis, man, you know, right to that monthly right there, and then just boom, right off the cliff.
Yeah.
But it looks like it's going back and forth between, you know, weekly and monthly right there, that same channel.
Yeah, man. This is interesting. What's going to happen today?
Oh.
Something's got to give.
I have a quick question about this FTX thing or FTT. So is this sort of like the same thing as Luna?
No.
It's not. Okay.
This is an ego battle.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Who's got the biggest hat?
For sure.
So, well, I was just curious because I saw I melted it down, and then I'm hearing basically that Alameda might be overextended, and that's the problem.
Where there's smoke, there's fire, right? Here's the thing, though. Here's what I believe. We know how the U.S. government loves to have their little proxy wars, right? They're using. Yeah. I think that's what they're doing right here against CZ. Because who doesn't know? It's SBF, dude. The government's got his claws in on that dude. No doubt about it. As soon as he started fucking getting all these advertisers, you know, FTXs on all these sporting arenas and shit.
Yeah.
You can't fly under the radar that long. They got their claws in him. They're probably using him to battle fucking Binance. Binance scares of the U.S. government. So.
Trying now.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it at all. Yeah, exactly. It's a little freaking China proxy war. It's ridiculous, man. I do like this on SPY, though. It's really, I mean, this is going to be a tough level for them to drop down through. Bitcoin is below it. Bitcoin's below its macro levels. It's got some work to do. You can see, I mean, it just flushed out a little bit, but bounced, right? Bounced pretty much immediately. Let's throw this on. Let me see here. Set these watch lists up different, but I need to make my favorite watch list so I can have SPY and Bitcoin, all that. Okay. So we got a wick down into that second support level on the weekly. Bounced up almost to the center of the monthly. But this is the 99.7, or this is the 95.4 Laplace in the second standard deviation. Rejected off of it, right? Found a little bit support on this. What is that? That is the bottom of the monthly. So we break through the bottom of the monthly and just did not close. This candle did not close below the third standard deviation, right? Now this is a daily read, so is what that's telling you is that there is a 99.7% chance that Bitcoin's daily candle closes below 19.4. That's what that's telling you. There's only a 0.03% chance that daily candle closes below it, right? So that's why we're getting this kick up. Plus, you've got is that the bottom? That is. You see the green line down here? That is literal. And you can see how when we opened up the new day, how everything switched. So this green line right here, that is the bottom of the daily volatility range. You can go back through this indicator over time. So not only do you have a 3SD down here, you've got the bottom of the daily volatility range. I'll go ahead and call it right now. That's the daily low. Could I be wrong? Sure. I'm sticking with the probabilities though, right? What am I going to say? No, I think we're going to close below there. I'm going to go with the 0.03% chance. Can Bitcoin take that 0.03% chance and shove it so far up your ass you're choking? Yes, it can. It's done it before. I'm always going to go with the probabilities though. Always. It took me a long time to do that. But once you start, bingo, you start to realize those probabilities are going to work in your favor a high probability of the time. Right? It's crazy. So here we are.
Shove it up your ass.
Yeah.
Term.
Yeah, man. Get the old BTC freaking enema. Good stuff. Wow, Solana just getting smoked. We got to look at Solana on the VRE because it's just getting its ass wiped. Solana and BTC below its macro levels. Here's Solana's weekly range at the top, which, God, this is what I was talking about. So you get the weekly above the monthly levels. The dailies are starting, and then the crypto market dumps out. That's why I expect the unexpected. That's why we use all of the tools that we use. So here was the 68.3 Laplace. Same with Bitcoin. Here's the 3SD. 99.7 Laplace is at about 24.1. Give me some $24 Solana. Think I won't be busting out the credit cards? Oh, degens, arise! But anyway, once again, just like Bitcoin, right? There's a 0.03% chance that the daily on Solana closes below 25.35, right? 25.34, literally. So that's why you got the kick up here. But then you're dealing with these weekly support levels for the volatility range that turn into resistance. Either way, they're strong. So, and that is what? That's the S1. It's the S1, which isn't as tough. You get down here really deep and you get below those levels, man, they're hard to reacquire. They really are. Because it's literally, what's it telling you? Hey, man, the algos are in sell mode. You got to be real careful. That's what you're fighting against. That's what you're dealing with. That's why if you're using traditional TA, oh, man, you're not even on the battlefield, man. You're in the rear with the gear. You don't even have a force out. It's incredible. You got to use the right tools when you come to play in the Shark Tank, man, because that's what all this low time frame volatility. It's exactly what it is. It always has been. It's a total Shark Tank, and these algos are just gobble, 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 gobble. They're real messy.
There's a right tool for every job, and there's tools for trading, and they are not based on voodoo. They are based on math. Mm-hmm.
Totally. And we can show you levels time after time after time after time again, where people are like, well, why'd this wick go here? Why'd that candle close there? Look no further. Come to Alpha Trading. I'll show you why. I will show you why. There's always...
And people on the screen in front of you does make it a little clear where it hits exactly at certain levels and then moves away and moves to another level. Yep. Yeah, well, come on in. We'll show you.
For sure. For sure. And now it's back up. You know, it's finding support on the 95.4 Laplace. 95.4 Laplace, second standard deviation.
When we say support and resistance, yeah, we don't mean traditional support and resistance. We mean buying pressure and selling pressure.
Yep. And this is going to give you areas of where this is happening. Pretty powerful. And then we're just talking about the distribution, probabilities, just like you just said. We'll stick with the math. We're good with the math. It's done a pretty good job in the universe so far, so I'm gonna stick with it. Let's see. But oh yeah, you know, I was going back to this chart. Since we kind of got a beat on the markets, we know where everything's at. That's what's great at Alpha Trading, right? If you're not using these tools, you have no idea where these macro volatility ranges are. You say volume? Oh, I know where volume nodes are. What do you think's creating the volume? The volatility. And trust me, most times it doesn't match up. Doesn't match up, okay? I mean, these volatility ranges, the code that's in this indicator, it's pretty damn powerful.
The sheer amount of times that people get wrecked trying to trade volume is just, I mean, it would be funny if we weren't talking about people losing real money, but it is hilarious when you know how this stuff actually works. Like, you don't trade volume because it'll just get you wrecked.
Yeah. Yep, 100%. And it's like, you know, volume, the candle opens and closes, all this stuff. Volatility is creating it all. This is where people get wrong. They just, and most traders don't even talk about volatility. That's why usually if I'm typing, you got to spell it out. If you just put vol, people immediately think you're talking about volume. It's like, no, I could care less.
They don't even know what it is. When you say volatility, they can't even tell you what that means.
Yeah.
And it is just simply the standard deviation of returns.
Boom.
What do you mean? It's volume. It's volume going up and down, man.
Right?
There you go. Misinformed. Fake news. Fake information.
Oh yeah, I forgot to have my little soundboard up.
Wee.
Fake news. Hilarious. Let me see something.
Sorry guys, I gotta roll. I gotta get on a conference call.
Oh, do
Catch you later.
Yeah, unfortunately.
You have fun.
All right, see you folks.
See you, bud.
Later.
Ciao.
All right, now we can talk freely. The boss left.
Boss man is gone.
The boss man is gone.
And now the mice will.
Yep. When the cat's away, the mice do play. Everybody's like, oh, MJ's the boss? Yeah, he's the boss. If you have any questions, ask him. He's laughing right now, going, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. Send him all your requests
Send
to his DMs. You love them.
Yeah. Oh, God, I didn't even notice that. I know we were talking about FTT. Warlord, did you tell me that it was 30% down today?
Yo,
God.
I don't know what's the price. I can't see screen.
15.2.
Sorry?
15.2. That is literally lower than when I bought the FTT token to stake to get no fees a while back. You gotta be shitting me. What's Binance Coin doing right now?
It's not actually too bad. I was quite shocked. It went from 280 when I was trading, and then I think it got to like 320, and it's sort of hanging around in the high 300. Well, those 300.
BNB. We're about to see here. There we go. Yeah, Binance
Yeah.
Coin Tether.
So what I heard is that he pledged his FTT or FTX token for Alameda, and that's why he's over ledgered. And so probably they're sticking it to him on purpose now.
Wow. Well, apparently CZ did know Kung Fu. Because a fat boy is having some trouble.
Yeah. So you
Wow.
gotta pray when when they're always in that what am I trying to say? That awkward position, so you go after him when he's down, kicking a brother when he's down.
I'm about to pull the chart up so everybody can go, holy shit. But
Yeah. Well, apparently, didn't they? And BNB just got hacked 600 million last month, right? Something like that. I don't know if that makes a difference or whatever, but
it's got FTT token down 31.3% and dropping, by the way. BNB's only
Right.
down 4%, which is not bad for this market. Not bad for the market condition right now. Let me take a peek at this. Oh my God.
FTT is 1526. Wow.
If you can find the BNB FTT trading pair, or it will be FTT BNB.
Holy crap.
Obviously, that's how CZ gonna rinse them.
Oh, wow, here it is. Yeah.
Wow.
That's
4-7.
Hey man, this thing's at a 5th standard deviation on the daily. 5 SD.
Yeah.
And the bottom of the weekly support level. Way past outside the daily. Here's the bottom side of the daily was at 18.18.
Well, that FTT BNB token was at 6.5 cents. It's now 4.7. So I mean, it's not really that bad.
God dang.
I guess that's what 30%. Yeah, about the same 30%.
So people are like, news. The news drives the markets. Does it really? Well, before all that, look, FTT, man. FTT has been rejecting off of this weekly range, the new weekly range. Rejection. Look at this wick up into rejection. Open up the new day. All that rejection. Right below the new daily. Flush. All the way. I mean, this is why we love cryptocurrency. You got to be shitting me right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. So what time was that? 0:15?
So Bilbo, the fact that they're on top of each other, the weekly, the daily, the monthly, like that too, that's even more indication that when it breaks out one way or the other, that's gonna
Hard. Yep.
Yeah.
Especially these tight ranges, man.
Right.
Dude, 2.5 hours. This thing did a 5 standard deviation move. 2.5 hours. That is incredible. Overnight, right? Started at about 9:45 Eastern time, which is literally what, morning China time. Something around there. Don't know. Don't keep track of Chinese time. I love the Chinese people. The CCP can, yeah.
Yeah.
I want them in the hurt locker. Let's see.
Yeah.
And that's where, you get the big shit talkers. You throw them in the hurt locker, they can't move around a lot. You get to work them. Let's see what's happening here. That's just blowing my mind. Of course, we're going to get a bounce here. FTT will get a bounce. Where's SBF? Just freaking right now. Let's see. Can we get him on our live stream? Yasha, don't you have his phone number? Text him.
He's up to the Virgin Islands or something.
Oh, he's hiding
No,
somewhere.
Bahamas.
Oh, right, yeah, Bahamas.
Yeah, he's in the Bahamas, man, for other particular reasons.
He's in the Bahamas. He's hanging out with McAfee.
Yeah.
Did he eat his dick, by the way? Do we know?
No, he did not.
He did not.
He got out of that.
He did get out of that.
He finagled his way.
He literally said he'd eat his
somebody
dick.
to do it for him.
That guy's a work of art. I tell you what, though, I'm surprised he's alive. Let's be real. He knows a lot of shit that probably government doesn't want him to know.
He's not alive.
McAfee's dead, right?
McAfee's
He's
dead?
very dead.
Am I that retarded?
Dude, he got whacked. He got whacked in incarceration.
I didn't know that, but I haven't been keeping track. I thought he was still alive.
That was like years ago. It was like a year and a half ago, dude.
Well, I'm a little bit behind the times. That's what happens when you live in the middle of the woods. Now I feel like a dumbass. Great with volatility, bad with McAfee.
Are you still trading on his exchange?
No. That son of a bitch sent me I don't even have a Windows computer and I'm getting sent the McAfee fucking subscription renewals.
That's not his company, though. He sold it a long time ago.
Well, dude, and now that I am aware of, but I'm just saying, still got his name.
Right. He bears his name. No, but he died in June of 2021.
Too bad this was a live stream. I could have erased all that. Maybe he's dead. Exactly. See, Iscariot knows. We know.
Yeah, no,
He probably ain't dead.
Yeah.
He's with Epstein, dude. They're building a new island.
Epstein. Jeez.
And Amelia Earhart and Jimmy Hoffa, and they're all hiding out somewhere.
Elvis is running shit.
The old Giant Stadium.
Yes, they're all buried under Giant Stadium, but running the world.
Running the world.
Where is
That's
my damn
hilarious.
dog? I hear my dog way off in the distance. Chasing
Dude,
animals.
Silver's starting to pop again here.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
P-Funk says silver's popping.
Yeah, look at it, man. The last 15 minutes. There's a little pop.
Let's take
Pop,
a peek
pop,
here.
go.
Let's take a peek
SI1.
here. Traditional. Let's see. Right, it's up
Look at that
2%
skull.
out of nowhere.
It's on the phone.
Up 2%.
Side one exclamation point.
Here comes Spy. Spy
that's
got
really
down
good.
there.
The one
Tested that
on,
daily.
On silver has a nice variance outlier and a big ass, a big entropic trending move. happening
Ooh,
on the
Dixie's
one
dropping.
line. Ooh.
Dixie's dropping hard, man.
Yeah, it's and the silver and gold are going up with it. They're going opposite. They're both.
So I
Where's
called
that
that one
copper?
SD move yesterday, but right now, yeah, and it's right there at that first weekly support level. It for sure is. Yeah, again, I'm looking for a little bit under 110. Man, this thing's coming down hard. Look for a nice little bounce on Bitcoin here. This thing could fly a little bit, especially if it continues down. If Dixie gets trapped below this weekly support level, you got the first monthly down here at about 109.4. You get under both of those, Dixie could drop real hard, right? I was just talking about that 104, the 100. It's going to be right there somewhere. This is tricky, though. Real tricky. VIX is down.
There's a third Laplace down on the Bitcoin 4-hour chart. If it hits, like I said, 19,000, which is right where the third RMLR band is on both the lengths, pretty much. And as long as it stays above that, it's definitely in mean reversion. But it could definitely drop down there or close to it, and it could even keep dropping after that and still be in mean reversion while on the way down. So
Give me that symbol,
bear that in
P-Funk.
mind.
What was that?
It's in mean
SI1?
reversion as far as I'm concerned.
It's SI1 exclamation point.
Oh, silver futures, Jesus.
Yeah,
Hello.
it's a nice move, man.
We should have called Andy. He would have known. He's in the future.
Yes.
Dude, is he in Ukraine?
No, he's in Australia.
Why did he say he was getting bombed by the Russians?
Andy said this?
Yeah, isn't that what isn't he the one that said it yesterday that he's getting bombed by the Russians?
And, I think he means there were some people from Moscow just having shots of vodka with them. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
I have
wasn't
no
even close.
clue.
I'm kidding.
So that was that the top of the monthly? That was. Let me see here real quick.
Here.
Yeah. No, that month it's way above its monthly. Where's the month? There it is, right there. So silver is above the monthly, above the weekly, and it is pumping. Gold's up.
Yeah, and it's above the daily, and it's above the daily, obviously.
Yeah. And Dixie dropping, man. Dropping hard. It's coming down. VIX is down. Bears aren't happy.
They're saying they don't have any supply anywhere, and that all the amount of silver that they have to keep in a bank to back up the reserves, the numbers aren't jiving. Hence why you might see the run up.
There's a bunch of them. There's fucking ton of silver out there.
What you mean there isn't a good accounting of the actual shiny rocks? I'm so shocked.
I am shocked, too, brother.
You mean I could go dig a hole in the backyard, find some silver, and add it to the supply, no problem?
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
By the way, again on Bitcoin on the 4 hour, if you look at where it hit on this candle so far and bounced a little bit from there, where did it hit? Literally at the second Laplace down. I mean, you want to know why we use these tools? Look at that. Literally falls down there. Everyone's like, oh no, it's going to keep falling. Well, there's a 95.5% probability it will not fall below $19,380, right? 95% chance it's going to close within that range, and the range of two Laplace up, which is at 20,007. That's your 95.5%. So it's not likely to close below where it already fell to on this 4 hour candle, which closes in another 46 minutes. But yeah, don't trade the probabilities, just trade the voodoo, right?
Trade that voodoo, boys.
What's your P&L like? How many wins you got in the last 100 trades?
Exactly.
10, 20, 30? Wow. Come to Alpha Trading.
So 4 hour candle. Better. 4 hour candle on the index, dollar index, sorry. Something to brain fart. Right at the first standard deviation on the 4 hour.
Standard deviation, the light blue line.
Yep. Boom, right there. Then you got
the white boxes.
This is bottom side of the daily 68.3 Laplace. 109.8, getting ready to nail it right now.
Yep.
Then you got this you got the daily S1, weekly S1, both right at 109.7, like I said, and you got the monthly at 109.4. And this is right where I thought it was going to go to yesterday. 1 SD move. Now, obviously, these distribution levels, this is a new day, new distribution levels. So, here's what I want to do. Let's check this out. Boom.
Yeah, right to it, man.
Wait a minute, Dixie. Let me throw this on Dixie real quick. What's he doing now? I'll show you what I'm doing. Where are you? Right on top, where you should be, right? Yeah, when you're backed by fucking Apache helicopters and stealth bombers, you get to go to the top of the watch list, baby. Let's see. That's gross, isn't it? So I'm looking at that daily level. Let's look at Dixie on the weekly. And so where are we, guys? First standard deviation on the weekly right now, 109.8. 109.8, 1 SD on the weekly is literally the same as the 68.3 on the daily. We bust below here. So let's go right over here. Where's the 95.4 Laplace? 108.8, 2 SD on the weekly, 108.5. Monthly, I would probably say we're at the 68.3. No, 1 SD on the freaking monthly too. 109.7. Not going to lie. I'll tell you what right now, man. If this Dixie closes the daily below these first standard deviation levels on the monthly and the weekly, look out below. Look out below. We're talking 95.4 Laplace is 107.7 on the monthly. Like I just said, 95.4 on the weekly is 108. So I'd say anywhere the rest of this week, we could see the dollar down. Man, this thing's falling hard too.
Yeah, something's up. That's
Yo, by the way, take a look at the probability. I just posted a chart of the projection bosses of the 4 hour on Bitcoin, just for example. Right now, from that reversal candle on the way down, we had at the end of the 6th of November, towards the end of the 6th of November, we have an outlier literally all the way at the 7th coin flip. Like right now, that's where it's at. And the candle that hit earlier today, or last night, depending on where you are, spiked past it, and then of course shot up, did not close outside it, because that's like more than a 99% chance that it won't close beyond that, and it didn't. And right now, again, it spiked through it, hit that second Laplace, bounced up, and is again right at that line of it's literally at the 7th coin flip down. I mean, that is a massive move from that distribution. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Very, very impressive.
This is funny. This is funny. So we got the little war going on between Binance and FTX, and the dollar.
Yeah, you remember the last time there was a big battle between two egomaniacs in the crypto space? It was about November, December of 2018, when you had that whole Bitcoin fork thing with the Bitcoin Cash forking into Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin ABC.
Oh, with Craig Wrong?
Like a battle to waste more money with Craig and the old Bitcoin Jesus before he became the Bitcoin
Roger
Cash
Ver,
Jesus.
baby.
And those two guys were going at it, and they were just like dumping.
There's a Bitcoin Jesus.
There you go.
Yeah.
When billionaires play stupid games between each other,
Yes, sir.
people panic and sell.
Bitcoin Jesus. I like that.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
I got it. That's just funny though, man. Wow.
Yeah, it's a very impressive projection bosses, man, on the 4 hour. Very nice. I mean, we are very much at a point on the 4 hour on Bitcoin where if you are shorting from here, you're taking a very big risk, right? So on the lower time frames, look for the better entries and exits. But like on the 4 hour, yes, we're still in sell mode, but there's a very high likelihood it's going to turn around pretty soon.
You guys keep talking. Give me a second here.
Maybe
That's like 5 straight 4 hour candles down.
What?
So that's 5 straight 4 hour candles down. I wish I could post my chart.
Not only that, it's 5 straight candles down, but more importantly, it's past the 99.7%, Laplace distribution, and it's at the second Laplace basically down on this candle, and you have the RMLRs both crossing each other right now with the mean making its move, and both the direction predictors on the RMLRs are saying sell, but at the same time, when you're at this far of an extended outlier, unless this candle, like I said, drops another $300, almost $400, but within the end of this candle, confirmed mean reversion in effect. So can it still walk down in the next candle? You bet it could, but it's in mean reversion. So
yeah, I showed 3 candles go, 3 4 hour candles goes. It hit a third standard deviation on one of my RMLRs. The lower
yeah,
one.
It did. It hit on the 4 hour candles. It hit.
Yeah, on the 4 hour. And I
right.
had
So if it doesn't hit it again on this candle, then it's confirmed to be in mean reversion, as far as I'm concerned. Like if it doesn't hit it on the next candle, very high chance it's not. It's already in mean reversion. When 2 candles go by and it hasn't hit it, it's reverting.
Interesting. So I have the mean up around 20,770, somewhere in there. It's now sloping down.
Yeah. So
there's a lot of room in here to mean revert.
It's at 20,800 and something, depending on what chart
you're
using.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And you've got as well as that, you have, let's see here, we've got, the sell pressure's coming down, that's for sure. Slightly, but it is coming down. Let's see, on the 15 minute, we've got the end of an entropic little trending move attempt.
Here we go.
And it's now in randomness again. But if you look down on the 1 minute, it's fully in random mode right now. on the entropy, and it is definitely looking for the next move where you have falling variances positively correlated. And you've got the mean running through the RMLRs right now on the 1 minute. I love the 1 minute. It's great fun. So definitely look for a move within the next 0 to 4 candles on the super low time frames as we see rising RO and rising entropy oscillator as well. Without any div right now on returns oscillator on the 1 minute. But if you look at where we just hit on the 1 minute on the VRE, we literally just hit that target there at 19,377 and bounced from there, or stopped falling from there. That's right there at the weekly S2 on the VRE. Can it keep falling? Sure, but like I said, if it doesn't hit 19,000 by the end of this candle, which ends in like another 38 minutes or something, mean reversion is in effect on the 4 hour, and on other time frames, obviously you'll have different mean reversion times and all that. But yeah, if you're looking at it at that time frame, just to keep an eye on the bigger picture throughout the day. Even the 15-minute is also a mean reversion from an hour ago when it hit that third standard deviation down. So, yeah, good times, good times.
Yes.
A lot of people.
Had to go capture my animal. Propane guy showed up next door, and yeah, propane guy was on top of his propane truck. Face it. Fucking barking at him. So 4 hour. 4 hour Dixie just hit the 95 for Laplace down there about 109.6. Got down to 109.64. The 95 for Laplace on the 4 hour was 109.66. Mommy, why did Dixie go to 109.68? Well, because, honey, that's where the 95 for Laplace distribution range was. Okay, thanks, Mom. So, yeah, interesting. Dixie falling off the charts. Very interesting indeed. Well, holy crap. Oof.
Is that his microphone?
Yeah, he sounds like he's in a fish tank.
Yeah. Well, thanks for staying on longer than expected, bro.
An FT, yeah, an FTT dumping still. Oh, 100%.
Still dumping, huh?
Yeah. And these live streams, it's good to run them. Yeah, we're live on YouTube. We can go as long as we want. As long as we want. We got nothing to do.
$14.73. It seems cheap.
Right?
Yeah. Keyword there being seems, right?
Seems cheap. Hey, I think this is the bottom.
Yeah. Wow.
I can still walk down quite a way.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. But like I'm telling you, or say that too much, but anyway, yeah, I mean, look at the outlier on the 4 hour on Bitcoin. Oof, good Lord. So Bitcoin is falling with the dollar.
Yeah, correlation much?
Wow. Highly correlated.
Yep.
That is interesting.
You know
the
what?
Institutionals are in the game.
Let's
Their
check this out real
breadbasket
quick.
is well distributed.
Let's check this out real quick here. I
mean, look at that entropy outlier right there. It's not even an outlier. It's right there on the first band. But yeah,
my correlation. There we go.
Nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, here's a correlation chart for everybody. And what do we got up here? Well, I see we have. Oh boy.
Incline.
There we go.
What's that pink line you're...
Oh, that is Dixie. Yeah, here we go, right here. I mean, look at Dixie.
Exactly.
Usually, Dixie's going to be negatively correlated with Bitcoin. Most of the time. I mean, we're talking, what would you say, 95%?
Yeah.
Pretty damn high. So usually, when the dollar index goes down, these risk assets are going to strengthen. Not so much. I guarantee if I put this on SPY and Bitcoin right now on the 90-minute, 4-hour charts probably, not correlated. Not correlated at all. Bitcoin is correlated with Dixie significantly. Highly correlated. And that's on a 90-minute. What's a 4-hour? Yeah, sloping hard up into positively correlated. Incredible. Right here, you can see strong negative correlation. Dixie drops, Bitcoin pumps. That's what you're usually going to see. Dixie drops, Bitcoin pumps, right? Dixie drops, Bitcoin pumps. The dollar index pumps, Bitcoin dumps, right? Pump, dump. What are we doing here? Yeah, I kind of just went sideways while Bitcoin dumped. But yeah, right now, no, they're correlated highly, especially on low time frames. Now you go down here on these low time frames, 30-minute, yep, God, just running with it, running with the dollar. Yeah, so what's that tell you? Boop. Yep, 90-minute, boom. Very interesting indeed.
And on SPY, like you said, on SPY, you definitely see a different picture.
Yeah. So like right here, let's go into our PC. So right now we got it on Dixie. Let's throw this baby on SPY. Here you are, you little booger. Ding.
Look at that.
Wow.
Negatively correlated. Now obviously this line is still Dixie. And this, the way they set these new charts up drives me crazy. Let me see here. God, they made this hard. It was easier last time. How in the hell do I get this off here?
Click the plus sign next to the asset name, top left, and hit the compare assets. There you go. And SPY.
That's cool.
Yep, there
I
it
always
is.
wondered what that plus sign was.
There we go. SPY rising. BTC dropping with the dollar.
Notice how often SPY is correlated, right? It's the
Yeah.
opposite of Dixie. SPY is
Yeah.
highly correlated to Bitcoin because all the institutional money spreads their money around evenly with their robots and trades it.
Yep.
Right? So there you go. But
Gotta
right now,
know.
not correlated.
Gotta know about the correlation. You really do, people. Explains a lot. Explains a lot. And we all know, I mean, there is definitely an attack on Bitcoin. There is an attack on Bitcoin. Scares governments. That's what they want us to think, even though they're behind conspiring, saying this is the coin that will rule them all.
Well, the U.S. just took 50,000 more Bitcoin, right? They captured another 50,000 coins from Silk Road or something.
Of course.
So now when you consider they got 70,000 from Bitfinex and this 50,000 from Silk Road and whatever they got from Silk Road before,
Let's sell off
they are
the
now
dollar
literally
and
one of the
Bitcoin.
largest holders of Bitcoin on the planet. And surprise, surprise, it's no surprise to us.
Nope.
Right? They've been doing this for years, building up.
So they're the
reserves
biggest
of
holders of Bitcoin on the planet now, the U.S. government?
They're not necessarily the biggest unless they are
Right.
Satoshi, but they are definitely
Right.
among the biggest.
Wow.
And
That guy had,
attention.
did you read the story about where they found that on his computer? Like it was in a bathroom underneath like a couple towels? Like
You
3
mean
or
the
4
Silk
silver
Road guy?
bars.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Silk Road guy. Sure, I mean that was
Oh, so you know who the guy is then?
Oh, yeah.
yeah, we know Silk Road, man.
That's his name. I thought it was just like
No,
a
that
simple-
was the name. That was the name of his marketplace that he
Yeah.
built that they busted.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I haven't read.
Yeah, it was like a crypto. It was a Bitcoin marketplace where you could buy, sell, whatever for Bitcoin, and they just nailed it because there were some people selling some things that were contraband,
Mhm.
in the U.S. So they said, all right, well, you're responsible for what people are doing on your website, which is kind of like saying to Mark Zuckerberg or Elon Musk or whoever owns one of these big platforms, you're responsible for what other people post. It's
Oh, yeah.
a little bit.
You can get anything on there. You need a hitman? Oh, wait. First, you need ketamine to relax yourself so you can hire a hitman on Silk Road to kill your wife or whatever. Yeah, man, they got it all.
I mean, it's not like people can't post similar nonsense on Facebook Marketplace or whatever. They
Sure.
might have more content moderation, but it's effectively an open platform, right? Until they remove the message, they didn't remove the message. And so, why do they pick Silk Road to be the scapegoat? Because it was the first full-on Bitcoin big marketplace that got all the noise, and they wanted to, try to put a stop to it until they controlled most of the Bitcoin. Well, now they control a lot of the Bitcoin. So
How much
Easy
time
way
did
to go.
Ulbricht get? How long's he in prison?
he's gone. I mean, he's not coming out.
Which is
Yeah.
Unless some political thing releases
Yeah.
him, he's not coming out.
They found that computer, 600 grand, and a bunch of silver and gold bars in his bathroom. I read that this morning.
Yeah, he had a lot. He had a lot of assets on hand for sure.
Yeah, apparently.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow was right.
So, well, the vote comes in today. The CPI comes out tomorrow. I'm surprised it's making this move up here today. I mean, talk about the market itself, but you know, buy the news, sell the rumor, buy the news, whatever you want to call it.
It's a Tuesday, another day, Blues Day Tuesday.
Yeah. So traditional markets going up, crypto and freaking the dollar index going down.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tesla's
There's
dumping.
a lot of correlation happening right now between Bitcoin and the dollar. I wonder why.
Mm-hmm.
Coinbase getting slaughtered. Coinbase is under $50.
Oh, here it is. Yeah. Oh, down 12%.
Why? By the way, the reason that I say I wonder why is because it's not the news, it's the maths.
Yeah.
That's why.
No, I got it.
Oh yeah, Coinbase, icky poo. I already had a 2SD on the daily.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Already at a 2SD. Below what? Below these macro support levels for the volatility range, weekly and monthly. Got wicks up into them. Yeah, it's not looking strong at all. Not looking strong at all. Where's the 3 SDs down there? About 46. 90, let's see. That was the 95 for Laplace. It was at 50.32. This thing's on the slide.
Yeah.
Interesting, indeed.
It was back here in July. I didn't realize that. All right.
Yeah, Coinbase just getting slaughtered. Wow. Not as bad as old Sam, but Jesus. Sam getting real hammered. What's that damn thing down to now? FTT token down 34.4% on the day. That's what happens when you go up against a Kung Fu master.
Kung Fu.
Fucking CZ coming in with the choppy.
Oh, that's a funny post.
Yeah. Oh, they all working together. They all working together. It's a scam, man. Yeah.
Right.
Anything else we want to
talk about right now, man? Thank you for going over those.
Yeah. Before we get the heck up out of here.
If anybody has any questions, now is the time.
Now is the time. Well, the shorts are up 12%. Of course they are. That's what people do. They start adding on the bottom side, the distribution on the daily. 2SD? Yeah, that's what Coinbase is at. Bitcoin now?
Yeah, Bitcoin's kind of moving up on the 15-minute a little bit.
Right. But literally, I mean, we're talking, Bitcoin's at the 3SD. I mean, God, we're going to drop to a 99.7 Laplace. It's under 19. Under 19. But like I said,
this is if it does, and it doesn't mean reversion isn't yet confirmed, but I think it's not going to do that on this move. It might do that on the next candle, but that's a whole different measurement.
I mean, we got this. Wow. Yeah. Goodness gracious. 3SD. Then you got this weekly support level for the volatility range. Yeah, under 19, huh? Interesting.
But,
see how
this is playing out bullish right now on returns oscillator on the 15-minute and also on the ALR. It's playing out a bit of a bull div. It's a small move so far, but you know, could expand, and it's still in a trending move, but it is negatively correlated, although that's weak.
There's some bull div right here.
Here comes more fun action on the returns.
Yeah, big time. Fun time, a long time.
Yeah,
33 minutes. Yep, 33 minutes, setting up some bull div. All the fishers are pretty low too. And, like I just said, I mean, we're below. This is the bottom side of the daily volatility range. Bitcoin's below it. I mean, there's just nothing down here. All liquidity's up in here. So if it wants to go lower, it's going to have to pull back up in here somewhere. We'll see.
Pretty much. We're going to have to snag some money.
Yeah, I think that about wraps it up today, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, markets, we just talked about the correlations, right? Pretty much crypto and the dollar index is correlated. I don't even have to look at everything. Traditional markets in the dollar negatively correlated, where usually it's the other way around. Traditional markets and crypto have been highly correlated, positive. Yeah, now there's yeah, man, it's flipping. Traditional markets have a chance. Don't be surprised though if these things dump out. Don't be surprised. Just keep an eye on the low time frame correlation. You see that flip starting to go positive again, you'll know. But all right, so yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube for the first time, we are alpha trading. We trade the VEPS, volatility, entropy, probability, and statistics. The link to our Discord, where you're going to get all this fine information, and you're going to get set up with our free indicators to get you started on your path to volatility trading, is in the description of the videos. Check it out. We're a great group over here at Alpha Trading. We will welcome you with open arms. So that being said, have a great day, great night, great afternoon, wherever you're at on this big, beautiful blue marble. Scott with Alpha Trading is out. Later.
Wow.
See you, man.